Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, this is the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Roger Radio Show. I am Roger Radio.
And I'm Aegis on Levity of the Intermission crew.
And ladies and gentlemen, Aegis is about to have a fucking orgasm because of today's album review. But before we get into what that album will be, two things. We gotta have a cheers. It's another beautiful fucking weekend. We're both wearing our flannels. I got my do-rag on because I just felt like GTA 4, the Lost and Damned style right now, so.
Alright, cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. What you gonna do? Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Aegis is about to have a fucking orgasm, or he's already having one because of today's album review. But before we get into that, our question of the podcast today is, which song do you listen to that makes your brain melt?
I think I have to narrow it down to Epizootics by Scott Walker.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably Epizootics by Scott Walker.
It's, I think, pretty much a two-way tie for me. It's either Crip Your Enthusiasm by Snoop Dogg, because he fucking sampled the theme song of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Baby's Daddy by Hobson, which probably has some of the most retarded-ass lyrics ever in my life, but they are funny, but I'll just be there like...
Yeah.
Oh. That being said, today's album review is going to be Aegis.
Rain Dogs by Tom Waits.
Before we get started, I gotta ask you something. How fucking high was he when he made this album?
Not high at all.
Not even drunk?
He might have been drunk.
Because I was listening to this album, dude, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's almost like, it almost reminds me of Remain in Light by Talking Heads. Could you imagine if he had Brian Eno produce Rain Dogs? But I'll let you take it. What were you about to say about it? The floor is yours. Go right ahead.
All right, so Rain Dogs was part of like a trio. It's called a trio of albums, which includes first Swordfishtrombones, then there was this one, Rain Dogs, and then there was Frank's Wild Years. And those weren't his first three albums, but there was first three albums of this style, because all of his older albums before then were very jazzy, you know, and he had some good songs too back then too. Such as The Piano's Been Drinking. My favorite one from those years, though, has to be A Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis. It's a really good one. But no,
yeah,
I've heard his name described. I've heard his voice described as vodka and nails, or I've heard like whiskey and cigarettes, shit like that. He has a very gravelly voice,
dude. Did he, by any chance, give RFK Jr. his throat? Because that's literally how he fucking sounds throughout this whole thing. Like, he's, I could just imagine if it was, he made an album right now and he ended up partnering with RFK Jr. and Tylenol. It causes autism.
honestly. If Tom Waits met RFK Jr. might get hurt. I do not imagine Tom Waits would like his fucking guts.
Right. But yeah, it says that it's a loose concept album about the urban dispossessed of New York City. What is the urban dispossessed?
It's like the homeless, the people just like the lower class, you know, the poor and the homeless.
Okay. Yeah, and what and what would if you were to give this trilogy here a name, what would the name of this trilogy be?
It's a good question. I don't know what I'd call it.
Yeah, it's no, it would be interesting to see what it would be. All right.
But yeah, the genre of music that the songs in this album are classified as are experimental rock and Americana.
Yeah, and I could hear some of the Americana tones in this. I know my Americana
Excuse me.
music pretty well. So this album was released on September 30th, 1985. Hey, 40-year anniversary.
Yep.
It was recorded at RCA 6th Avenue in New York City. The genres, like you said, are experimental rock and Americana. It was released by Island Records, and the producer was Tom Waits himself.
Yep.
And yeah, and I took a look at this album, dude, and they actually had Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones in this album.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
let me
What was he
see.
playing in it?
I'm taking a look right now.
Oh, it
Uh,
says features guitarists Keith Richards and Mark Ribot. So probably guitar then.
yeah, he was the guitarist on track 6, 14, and 15, and did backing vocals on track 15. It's quite obvious that he probably was still doing drugs or whatever at that time, maybe. So he kind of
Mm.
sounded a little offish, which I'm not surprised at. So obviously, there isn't a whole lot to really say about this here, but here's something that I found right here. I'm on Wikipedia right now. It says, according to Barney Hoskins, the album's general theme of the urban dispossessed was inspired in part by Martin Bell's 1984 documentary Streetwise, to which Waits has contributed music.
Yeah, and another cool thing about this album, I'm reading off Wikipedia as well. The
Yeah,
album peaked at number 29 on the UK charts, number 188 in the US Billboard Top 200. Uh, and then in 1989, it was ranked number 21 on the Rolling Stone list of the 100 greatest albums of the 1980s. And in 2012, the album was ranked number 399 on the magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time, and at number 357 in 2020.
yeah, and I actually have I copy and pasted the article from that article, and I'll read it for you. I like weird, ludicrous things, Tom Waits once said. That understatement plays out most clearly on Rain Dogs, his finest portrait of the tragic kingdom of the streets. Self producing his music for the first time and recording in his native Los Angeles, he went for a sound he described as kind of an interaction between Appalachia and Nigeria. Waits abandoned his signature grungy minimalism on the gorgeous downtown train, later a hit for Rod Stewart, and gets backing by Keith Richards on Big Black Mariah. Here's another interesting part that I also want to read to you that I think you will really like right here.
Okay.
Here's a few of these. Elvis Costello included Rain Dogs on his list of essential albums, highlighting Jockey Full of Bourbon and Time as
Mhm.
like his most favorite stuff. Here's what Radiohead's frontman Tom York said. Falling asleep listening to it on my Walkman, only to wake up in the morning with it still on auto repeat in my head. Every track was a short movie set in a mysterious, circus like down at Heel America that I had almost no understanding of, with different characters both in the lyrics and the instruments. An entire universe revealed to me for a few minutes, only to drop me at the other end of the block. No idea how I got there. Every lyric was an effortless rhyme you could only dream of ever writing, falling off the tongue so beautifully, but never giving easily, keeping half the story to itself. Waits was playing a character with a darkness and humor that felt far more genuine than anything trying to be, I don't know, Genuine in 1985. This record has never got tired for me, though I have played it over and over throughout my life, as did my kids growing up. That's some pretty big words right there, man.
Oh yeah.
And even to have Tom York of all people really like this album, dude, it really said this album pretty much speaks for itself.
Yep.
Okay, there isn't really a whole lot of other information I could find. The artwork I do want to talk about. It's like no, the album cover, though it has been remarked that the man on the cover bears a striking resemblance to Waits, the photograph is actually one of a series taken by the Swedish photographer Anders Peterson at Café Limits, a cafe near the Hamburg Red Light Boulevard, Reeperbahn in the late 1960s. The man and woman depicted on the cover are called Rose and Lily. And you know,
Yep.
if you look at the album cover, it does almost look like Tom Waits, literally.
It does. I was actually reading that same thing earlier today, and I was just studying close up on the album cover and it, especially when you get the picture without the text on it and just the two people.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's just something about it because the lady on the right is just has this maniacal kind of smile on her face, you know?
yeah. No, without a doubt, man. Holy shit. Aside of that, there's a couple other things that I could find that I found right here. The album is noted for its broad spectrum of musical styles and genres, described by Ariane Berger as merging outsider influences, socialist decadence by way of a Kurt Whaley, pre-rock integrity from Old Dirty Blues, the elegiac melancholy of the New Orleans funeral brass into a singularly idiosyncratic American style.
Idiosyncratic. Sorry.
Yeah, I
I
know.
should know. That's one of my favorite words, idiosyncratic.
I don't think I could even do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, in accordance with what Aegis and I had predicted, there are no music videos for this, so we'll
Yep.
just get right into the songs right now, and we'll just try and explore the meaning of the lyrics to our extent, anyways.
Yeah. Not gonna lie,
So,
I don't think Tom Waits ever in his career released a music video. I
yeah,
could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
yeah, maybe we should take a look at that, see if he ever even did, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
the only things that I did find online were pretty much just like 30-second promotional ads and just live performances, and that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna open with Singapore. And dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, for what I wrote down, because I got my notes right here, obviously. I said that the music sounded like Crash Bandicoot and Adam's Family meeting, and the vocals sounded almost like the equivalent of listening to the Dropkick Murphys. Here's the thing, like I can't remember what instrument it was, but you know that no, you know the how the music sounds on the Crash Bandicoot games, right? More specifically, the first and second one.
Yeah.
That's literally what it sounded like, and then it had that spookiness vibe from the Adams Family.
All right. Did you want to get into the songs then?
Yeah, well, we just started with Singapore. I just told you what I wrote about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Do you want me to start the lyrics or?
Yeah, why don't you start? This is your show today, man. So I'm just here for backup.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This one is kind of like a more spoken word kind of song.
Yeah,
We'll get to some songs later where it's literally just background music with him telling a story over it, which is pretty cool. He does that somewhat often.
yeah,
Yeah, it goes, we sail tonight for Singapore. We're all as mad as hatters here. I've fallen for a tawny Moor. Took off to the land of Nod. Drank with all the Chinamen. Walked the sewers of Paris. I danced along a colored wind. Dangled from a rope of sand. You must say goodbye to me.
You know what the funny thing is, dude? Now that I think about it, I have my dad's Singapore banner hanging up over my near my bed right now, and he was in Singapore for a bit when he was in the Navy. So you know what? I bet you, yeah, he might. I think he might have been in Singapore. I think around the time when this song came out.
Hmm,
So
interesting.
now, so now to look, now that I look back on it, it's actually just a funny coincidence. You know.
You know me, I don't believe in coincidence. All right.
But yeah, we sailed tonight for Singapore. Like, it could be for whatever reason, whether you're in, like, for example, the US Navy, or you're just sailing there for vacation, whatever kind of thing. We're all as mad as hatters here. Um,
Kind of says itself. We're all fucking crazy.
right? I've fallen for a Tawny Moore. Wouldn't that be like the equivalent of a prostitute or whatever? Or, just a girl of the night? Or, just falling in love with whatever girl or something like that?
The phrase Tawny Moor is defined by Merriam-Webster as meaning a dark-skinned native of a non-European land. And then took off to the land of Nod. If I remember, that means like sleep, right? Oh
Yeah, I
no,
think
no,
so.
no. I was
Or,
terribly
no.
wrong. The land of Nod is where God exiled Cain after he murdered his brother Abel. So Tom says he's going to the land of sinners.
Oh, okay. I got you. Drank with all the
Right?
Chinamen. That pretty much speaks for itself right there.
Yep.
Walked the
Walk the
sewers of.
sewers of
Oh,
Paris.
how the hell did he get from Singapore to Paris?
I don't fucking know. He's got long ass legs, like three steps.
I don't know. I mean, doesn't that just? I was like, holy shit, bro. I danced
Could be a
along a
metaphor for
colored
something.
wind. Doesn't that sound like our boy when he when he was stationed in Drambuie?
Dangled from a rope of sand, you must say goodbye to me. Whenever read the lyrics to this song, I can still hear it in my head. I've listened to this album so many times.
Dang from a rope of sand, you must say goodbye to me.
You must say goodbye to me.
Oh, and then all of a sudden
I
you hear
love.
Crash Bandicoot in the fucking background. We just imagine you make your own tribute album, just like with Roger's Basement, but instead it's called like Rain Cats.
I could think it. I could think of something more clever than that. You just got to give me some time.
Yeah. All right. We all sail tonight for Singapore. Don't fall asleep while you're ashore. Cross your heart and hope to die when you hear the children cry. Let marrow, bone, and cleaver choose while making feet for children's shoes. Through the alley back from hell, when you hear that steeple bell, you must say goodbye to me.
I love that line while making feet for children's shoes. That's such a clever line. It's probably because he's boning a fucking Moorish girl in fucking Singapore. You
Yeah,
know, making feet for children's shoes, you're making a baby.
right. Not my dad. He kept to himself back in them days, man. But then, of course, on the other hand, I can't really take his word for it because there's like a whole lot of shit he never told me. Probably, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna leave it at that for my mom's sake. Through the alley, back from hell, when you hear that steeple bell.
You must say goodbye to me.
God damn it, you're already getting me into it now. God damn it. Stop! Fuck!
It's a great fucking album, dude. All
Right.
All
God,
right.
I hate to
And
think
then,
how many cigarettes he fucking smoked, or if he ever even did.
oh, pretty sure he smoked cigarettes.
That probably explains why he almost sounds like fucking RFK Jr. before that fuck became to be.
All right. Wipe him down with gasoline till his arms are hard and mean. From now on, boy, is this iron boat's your home. So heave away, boys. Heave away, boys. Heave away.
Doesn't the wipe him down with gasoline thing almost to remind you of the front cover for Rage Against the Machine's debut album?
Honestly, you make a fair point. It kind of
But
does.
instead they were not wiping him down. He was just like dumping it all over himself. But it almost sounds almost similar kind of thing. You know?
Yeah. And we sail tonight for Singapore. Take your blankets from the floor. Wash your mouth out by the door. The whole town is made of iron ore. Every witness turns to steam. They all become Italian dreams. Fill your pockets up with earth. Get yourself a dollar's worth. Away, boys. Away, boys. Heave away.
Take your blankets from the floor, wash your mouth out by the door.
I don't know. The lyrics of this song are very cryptic.
I did. One clever son of a bitch right here, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
The whole town's made of iron ore. Well, so is all of the Iron Rage here in Minnesota.
Fair point.
So I
Oh,
think that
here's a
almost
nice.
sounds like kind of a nod to up on the Iron Range, you know. It almost feels like it, even though he wasn't intending to make it seem like that. Take your
This next part's. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
the part take your blankets from the floor. It's like
You're just
some of the
sleeping on the floor.
yeah, no, like a lot of the people in the military sadly had to do, even those that had to like guard the Capitol after January 6th, a lot of them had to like literally sleep on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your mouth out by the door. It's kind of like you have sailor's mouth and you're like fucking Ralphie from A Christmas Story after he said fudge.
Mm-hmm. The
All of you
captain
didn't
is
say
a
fudge.
hmm. The captain is a one-armed dwarf. He's throwing dice along the wharf. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So take this ring.
You're not taking my ring, motherfucker. You're not taking it.
Someone already took my ring.
And this one, it's supposed to help me be invisible, but it's a fucking lie.
Honestly, the line "So take this ring" kind of sounds like a reference to Lord of the Rings.
Right? Well, that's what I have right here, literally, dude, is this. Except it ain't the gold ring, it's black because I wanted to see the inscription more better here, so. One-armed dwarf throwing dice along the wharf. Yeah, at least he ain't participating in the World Series of Dice, with those fucks from the Chappelle Show. You know that skit I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. All right. And then it repeats the first verse again. We sailed tonight for Singapore. We're all as mad as hatters here. I've fallen for Tawny Moore. Took off to the land of Nod. Drunk with all the Chinamen. Walked the
On the
streets of
streets
Paris.
of
And
Paris,
danced
I
along.
drink along the colored wind. I tango from a rope of sand. You must say goodbye to me.
And I'm gonna say goodbye to this song. Fuck you, we're going to the next one. Oh shit. Why did it skip me all the way here? I wanna go to clap hands next. Some reason it just automatically skipped me to in the middle of the fucking thing, dude, and I didn't want to do that. Okay, I fixed it. We are all good. The next one is clap hands, and what I said, dude, it sounded like if I was in a mental asylum with Jack Nicholson. But I will give you credit. The guitar playing around the 2 minute 10 second mark was really good.
Yeah. I don't know,
Oh,
like the background music starting at the beginning It sounds like people are just mining coal.
I don't know, dude. It sounded like I was in a mental asylum, dude, and I could even
Mm.
see from the first, literally the first sentence in the fucking first part of the lyrics, saying they're all insane. Fireman's blind, the conductor's lame, a Cincinnati jacket and a sad luck dame, hanging out the window with a bottle full of rain. Clap hands, clap hands, clap hands, clap hands. Well, they are all
Right.
insane. Like everyone's mad at times. Fireman's
Yeah,
blind.
especially me.
Fireman's blind, the conductor's lame. And what type of conductor would that be? A train conductor? Uh,
That's kind of what I was thinking.
or somebody who's in who conducts for the symphony orchestra.
I think the first one, a train conductor.
Yeah. Fireman's
Since
blind or
Yeah, and then a Cincinnati jacket and a sad luck dame. Someone with a jacket on that says Cincinnati, I guess. And a sad luck dame sounds like a term for a prostitute, honestly.
yeah. It does seem like it. Or just a random woman who's like down on her luck and shit like that. Who knows?
And then the line hanging out the window with the bottle full of rain.
Doesn't that
They're too
sound
poor to afford money, so it's raining outside and they're holding a bottle out there to collect water,
Oh
so
yeah.
they have something to drink.
Yeah, because maybe their water got shut off or and they cannot do it, so they have to like wait or blah 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 and all that. I was about to honestly say that hanging out the window, like you're just sitting on a window and a bottle full of rain would be like a metaphor for like drinking a bottle of vodka, honestly. But I
Could
like
be
your
that too.
explanation more better, or I like your answer way more better than mine.
Right. Said roar, roar, the thunder and the roar. Son of bitch is never coming back here no more. Moon in the window and a bird on the pole. You can always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal. Clap hands.
Roar,
I
roar,
love
the
that.
thunder and the roar.
I love that line. We can always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal. Because like all the people getting their hands dirty doing all the work are not
It's a
making much money.
Dude, it almost sounded like a reference to the song Dogs by Pink Floyd
Yeah.
because of the industrious business-minded overachievers who were making millions off of the people who are shoveling the coal.
Yeah, but no, that line, we can always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal. That's the main reason why I thought the beginning of the song and that kind of background music sounded like someone in a mine, mining coal.
Oh yeah. Um, though some bitches never coming back here no more. Which son of a bitch exactly, Tom?
Hmm.
Maybe any son of a bitch. The moon in the window and a bird on the pole. Doesn't that? It almost seems like it's a reminder. It's like you have like some of these houses, like at grandma and grandpa's, they'll have like a painting that has like it looks like a window. Then there's a moon and then a bird on the pole. Just sitting there. It's almost like one of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Those wind things that are on farms that has like a bird like built
Oh,
on it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
a real
Yeah,
life bird, but it's like built on there and has like arrows that
yeah.
point north,
It's like
south,
this shows
east,
you where the
west.
wind's blowing. Yeah. No, that's got to be it. Yeah, it's just describing the atmosphere. Moon in the window, it's dark out, and a bird on the pole. And
Mm-hmm.
because like you were saying,
Yeah.
we can always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal.
Yeah, how about you get your fucking hands dirty for a change, you cunts?
Yep.
I said Steam Steen
100 bad dreams
going up to Harlem.
with a pistol in his jeans.
a $50 bill inside a paladin's hat, and nobody's sure where Mr. Knickerbocker's at. Going up to Harlem with a pistol in his jeans, it almost doesn't that almost sound like gang violence or gang warfare?
Yeah.
But I want it to mean something different, just like a disgruntled person who's like, I'm just tired of all these rich millionaires making a
I
living off us kind of thing.
I take it he's going up to Harlem with a pistol in his jeans just because he's just keeping it there for safety, you know?
Yeah.
A $50 bill inside of Paladin's hat.
Yeah, and nobody's sure where Mister Knickerbocker's at. That was the term that the early Dutch settlers were called when they immigrated to New York. Excuse me a quick sec, please. I'll be right back.
Okay. Alrighty. Time for your daily Bible reading. Let's see, where the hell am I? Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that. Had to check on something quick. All right, but you understand what I was talking about, right? With that term that I said,
Yeah.
like that was literally what they were called. But the one thing is that they were Dutch settlers, but the majority of like New York's ethnicity is mostly of Italian descendants. But I could be wrong.
Okay,
Don't
yeah,
quote
that
me on
makes
that.
sense. It kind of ties in with the last song because the last song had a "We all become Italian dreams" was a line in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well,
And then
let's continue on, eh?
yeah, then roar roar, the thunder in the roar, son of bitches never come back here no more. When the bird on the pole, always on a millionaire to shovel all the coal. Uh,
Clap hands, clap hands, clap
and then
hands, clap hands.
and it says the steam 100 man dreams bed again. And then shine shine a Roosevelt dime, all the way to Baltimore and running out of time. The Salvation Army seemed to wind up in the hole. They all went to heaven in a little rowboat.
And then clap hands a lot more times. A Roosevelt dime. I never seen a Roosevelt dime before.
No, no, no. The American dime has FDR on it. Yeah, that's who's on the American dime is FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I might have to take a look later because I thought it was not George Washington, but I thought it was like Thomas Jefferson or whoever else that was on it. But maybe they
Thomas Jefferson's on
updated.
the nickel.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought it was somebody else on it, but I could be wrong. All the way to Baltimore and running out of time to go to where Big Bill Hell's cars.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
If you're dumb
If
enough
you're
to buy a new
big
car
enough,
this weekend, but you'll all
you're a
get
big
what I
enough
mean.
schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's cars.
I am
Bad
actually.
deals.
I'm actually
Sorry.
planning to. I think for my next ad for this channel here, I'm gonna actually do a parody of that. The only thing is, I gotta find the lyrics, and we have to be sure that you guys are willing to do what I say and end a discussion on that. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So they all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Are you sure they didn't go to hell?
I know that. Excuse me. What denomination of Christian was the people running Salvation Army?
I don't know honestly. They weren't Catholics, were they?
No, no,
No,
no.
some reason I would assume that they must be Methodist or something like that.
It is aligned with the Wesleyan Holiness movement, which is also called Methodism.
I called it.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so shall we go to the next song? Or do you think we got everything, or is there like anything else you wanted to say?
Let's go on to the next song, Cemetery Polka.
I some reason this almost some reason the fucking music sounds like if you're at a carnival. That's all
I
I
can get
wrote
that.
down
Yeah.
is that it almost sounds like carnival music. Like they could have like possibly played that for the background music on when Raul Duke and Dr. Gonzo went to that carnival like casino where they ended up
Hmm.
inhaling a fuck ton of ether or something like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, just imagine that. You hear Cemetery Polka in the background while they're trying to get out of that freaking spinning bar or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, this one doesn't really have much hidden meaning behind it. It's kind of self-explanatory.
All right.
Uncle
Well, we might
Vernon.
as well read it anyway, right?
Yeah, Uncle Vernon. Uncle Vernon. Independent as a hog on ice. He's a big shot down there at the slaughterhouse. He plays accordion for Mr. Vice.
Wait, is that how it's actually sounded? I thought it was Weiss.
I thought it was pronounced Vice, but I could be wrong. I've always heard it Vice.
Well, somebody's wrong. One of us has got to be wrong. I guess we'll have to figure that out when we get to it.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
All right. Well, anyway, continue.
All right, Uncle Biltmore and Uncle William, they made $1 million during World War II, but they're tightwads and they're cheapskates, and they'll never give a dime to you. Auntie Mame has gone insane. She lives in the doorway of an old hotel, and the radio is playing opera, and all she ever says is "Go to hell."
Go to hell.
Uncle Violet flew as a pilot, and there ain't no pretty girls in France. Now he runs a tidy little bookie joint. They say he never keeps it in his pants. Uncle Bill will never leave a will, and the tumor is as big as an egg. He has a mistress, she's Puerto Rican, and I heard she has a wooden leg. Uncle Phil can't live without his pills. He has emphysema and he's almost blind. But we must find out where the money is. Get it now before he loses his mind.
Okay,
Uncle
so I
Vernon.
kind of got a couple things I need to say about this last fucking part right here. Um, yeah, let me see. Uncle Bill will never leave a will. That's not true. I'm gonna leave a will. Or technically, when I die, my nieces and nephews are pretty much gonna steal whatever I have here, anyways, unless if I have it all burned in a huge bonfire in my honor. And sometimes it feels like I get brain tumors because of the stress at work. And then they are as big as an egg. I got a fucking 60 pack of eggs in my fridge right now. Now, I have a fuck ton of mistresses. I never met any Puerto Ricans, but maybe I could maybe I could pray a little bit.
All
And
right, my
I always
son.
make sure
In
they don't have fake legs. Hang on. And then can't live without his pills.
Ooh.
But
Me
they're
if I did not have my
ibuprofens.
antipsychotics, it would not be fun.
No.
Oh, but no, when I pass away, one of my children will get my Bible, one will get my rosary, and one will get my kidney stone.
Kidney stone.
Just imagine that, like, oh, it's his Bible. Oh, it's his rosary. You get his fucking kidney stone. What?
Dude, I mean, to get if you want to know anything weird wise, dude, I actually fucking have my dad's baby teeth in a tube. Like they're literally like I can't really dig it out because it's so buried in, but it's like buried among all my other shit in my time capsule over by my bed. So, but yeah, they're literally all in there. I was like, the fuck is this?
You know, you always wonder what happened to your teeth when the tooth fairy came. You know, because when you're really little, you think, oh, it's a tooth fairy. And then you go older and like, what the hell did my parents do with those teeth? They just toss them? Do they have a jar full of them?
As far as I know, my parents never saved my baby teeth.
Must have sold them on eBay.
if eBay was even a fucking thing back then. Maybe on Amazon, probably, because Amazon's been around for 30 years. But on eBay, I don't know how long it's been around, honestly. So I think I'll take a look at that. All right, so the next
Anything else to
song
say
that
about the
we
song?
huh?
Did you have anything else to say about that song?
No, I don't. So, next song
Okay.
is Jockey Full of Bourbon, and this is the first song that actually does have a Wikipedia page, and I do want to read it. But before we get into it, I do have a few things I need to say. I couldn't fucking hear him sing at all. He was so quiet. He almost sounded as bad as fucking David Byrne on some of the fucking songs from Remain in Light. But
thought it
I
was
did
fine.
love the bongos that were playing, though. The bongos were
Yep.
cool. And the music, it sounded like if I was watching a spy movie, like 007 or whatever, like it almost sounded
To me, it
like
sounds
some
more like
007 music.
sound more like a western to me personally.
It sounded more like fucking spy movie stuff to me, honestly. But the genres for it was experimental rock and mambo, which is a genre of Cuban dance music. Okay, so the song was featured in two films, 1986's Down by Law and 1995's Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. How the fuck can you do anything in Denver? You're dead. You can't do anything. It doesn't have a whole lot of information about the song here, but there are a few covers that were made that I do want to get into. Jockey Full of Bourbon has been covered by performers including Joe Bonamassa on his 2009 album, The Ballad of John Henry, John P. Hammond on his
Excuse me.
2001 album, Wicked Grin, Moxie Fruvis on their album, Live Noise, Mushav on their album, Misplaced, Los Lobos, Yoon Sun Na, Diana Krall, The Blue Hawaiians, Tim Timebomb, Mijuna Sad, the Baltimore-originated progressive rock band Octaves, and the Greek country blues folk band Dead March on their 2017 debut album, Stolen Chance to Have a Chance. And that's all there is.
Okay.
Okay, let's get into the lyrics.
All right. Edna Million in a drop dead suit, Dutch pink on a downtown train, $2 pistol, but the gun won't shoot. I'm in the corner on the pouring rain. 16 men on a dead man's
Well, let's
chest.
hang on a sec. I wanted to look at that part
Okay.
quick. Dutch.
First off, who the fuck is Edna Million?
And who the fuck is Dutch Pink? A $2 pistol, but the gun won't shoot. Well, it's because it costed $2. You need to get a gun that's like worth hundreds or even 1,000, and it'll fucking work fine.
Edna Million is the name of an infamous brothel, madam. So yes, Edna Million is a prostitute. Dutch pink is slang for blood.
So if I was bleeding, I could just pretty much said I'm having a Dutch Pink.
So Edna Million in a drop dead suit, Dutch pink on a downtown train. $2 pistol, but the gun won't shoot. I'm in the corner in the pouring rain.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, I like the first lyric on this next part here. 16 men on a dead man's chest, and I've been drinking from a broken cup, 2 pairs of pants, and a mohair vest. I'm full of bourbon, I can't stand up. The 16 men thing on a dead man's chest, that almost sounded like the fucking, pretty much the whole plot of 16 Men and Counting, or the jury movie.
12 Angry Men?
Yeah, it almost sounded like that, but instead of 12 people, it was 16 men. That almost literally sounded like the plot of 12 Angry Men plus 4 more people right there.
It's I think it's a reference to the saying 15 men on a dead man's chest. Let's see. Yeah, 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Yo ho ho.
Except instead of rum, it's whiskey. And then the chorus goes, hey little bird, fly away home. Your house is on fire. Your children are alone. Hey little bird, fly away home. Your house is on fire. Your children are alone.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say, hey little bird, fly away now. Your house is on fire and your fucking children are dead. I actually thought you were gonna say it like that, so. But your house is on fire, children are alone. How in the fuck? Fly away home, your house is on fire, children are alone. How the fuck does that even work? Is the guy like, is the little bird like quote unquote trying to fly away from the home or fly towards home because it's on fire and the children are alone? But aren't the children still inside? So they're technically burning to death? Or did they manage to escape and now they're huddled outside watching the fire lonely without their parents?
Says here, what I'm interpreting from it, from what it says, is it's like, hey, like this dude's at a bar, he's really drunk. He's like, hey, go home. Your house is on fire and your children are alone. They're like, oh shit, you know? Oh, it says here, the chorus is an adaptation of the children's rhyme, Ladybug, Ladybug, which goes, Ladybird, Ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are gone, all except one, and her name is Anne, and she hid under the baking pan.
Jeez.
All right, yeah. It sounds like this is just like a scene at a bar, this song is.
Yeah.
Schiffer broke a bottle on Morgan's head. He bang with a fucking bottle.
Yeah.
And I've been stepping on the devil's tail. It's a way of saying someone is living dangerously, stepping on the devil's tail. Across the stripes of a full moon's head, through the bars of a Cuban jail. Bloody fingers on a purple knife, a flamingo drinking from a cocktail glass. I'm on the lawn with someone else's wife.
On
Admire
the
the view from up on
lawn?
top of the mast. Yep, on the lawn with someone else's wife.
You mean I'm
Admire.
all alone with someone else's wife?
No, I'm on the lawn with someone else's wife.
No, it literally says I'm all alone on someone else with someone else's wife. Hang on, why?
On
I don't know. It says I'm all alone with someone else's wife on YouTube Music. That's how I'm reading the lyrics.
our sources have different lyrics.
Maybe I might have to maybe I might have to listen to it a little bit more because I'll be honest with you, dude. Like I said, I couldn't hear his lyrics and I was just fucking pretty much tuned out at the time. Yeah, if somebody could let us know what the correct lyrics were, let us know in the comments
Yeah,
below.
I checked another site, and this site also says on the lawn with someone else's wife.
Well, like I said, it's what it says on my YouTube Music. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you could let us know if what the correct what the correct lyric is, I'm all alone
Yeah,
with someone else's wife, or I'm on the lawn with someone else's wife, for the song "Jockey Full of Bourbon," let us know in the comments.
yeah. Excuse me.
All right, let's continue on. It continues
Right,
the
yeah,
same course with Little Bird Fly Away Home, blah, blah, blah. And then it says it again. Yellow
then
sheets
it
on a
goes
Hong Kong bed. Stazzy or how does that say?
Stazebo horn.
Oh, thank you. And a Slingerland ride to the carnival is what she said. $100 makes it dark inside. $100 makes it dark inside. Dude, doesn't that like sound like you're paying for prostitution?
Yup.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it says here too.
God damn, Tommy boy. Hey, quick question. The album cover, doesn't it not seem like he paid her $100 to make it dark inside? Cause look, it does make sense. Like he's shirtless and he's out cold after being satisfied,
All right, yeah, and
and
then it
she knows that,
repeats.
and
Oh, sorry.
she's like laughing very cynically, being like, "Yeah, I'm making money off you."
Yeah, and then it goes Ed in a million in a drop dead suit, Dutch pink on a downtown train, $2
$2
pistol, but the gun won't
pistol,
shoot.
but the gun
I'm
won't
in,
shoot.
I'm in the corner on the pouring rain. And yeah, that's it.
I'm in the corner on the pouring rain. Oh,
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs in this album too. I really like that one.
I couldn't even fucking understand what he was saying though. Alrighty. Let's continue on to the next one. Next one is Tango Till They're Sore. And here's what I said for it. Doesn't it sound like one of them slow dancing songs that you would dance to with a girl to in the
Yeah,
30s and
I could
40s?
I could see that.
That's what it literally sounded like. Was it sounded like one of them jazzy songs that you dance to in the 30s and 40s with the lady around your shoulder. You got her good hips. So you just grab the curves and just.
Hmm.
Then meanwhile you hear fucking Tom Waits going,
Well, you play that
Well,
tarantella,
you
all
play.
the
He doesn't
hounds
sing
will
like that in
start
this
to
song.
roar.
All right. Well, you play the tarantella, all the hounds will start to roar. The boys all go to hell, and then the Cubans hit the floor. They drive along the pipeline, the tango till they're sore. They take apart their nightmares and they leave them by the door.
"Let me fall out of the window with confetti in my hair. Deal out jacks are better on a blanket by the stairs. I'll tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past and send me off to bed forevermore." You play that tarantella, all the hounds will start to roar. It's like if you're in a bar and once the music starts, everyone hits the dance floor kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
The boys all go to hell, and then the Cubans hit the floor. Ah, I don't. What is his obsession with the Central America in this dude? First, I heard him talking about Puerto Ricans, and now he's talking about Cubans. Oh.
Oh, it says here Cubans may also be referring to Cuban cigars. Waits frequently paints images of the nightlife like this. The boys dance, drink, and smoke until they drop along with their cigars.
Oh, yeah.
So that could be what that means.
Oh, okay, yeah. Them good old Cubans.
They drive along their pipeline, they tango till they're sore, they take apart their nightmares and they leave them by the door. So get rid they get rid of all their anxiety, all their troubles and whatnot, and
All
just
the
dance.
stress, too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You take about all their nightmares that it's like they're just taking all the woes, leaving it behind, and having a good time. Let me fall out the window with confetti in my hair. What the fuck does
Let me fall out the window. Why? I don't want to fall out of a window. With confetti in my hair. Wouldn't it be like if your hair was messy or whatever kind of thing? Or
It says small pieces of paper thrown over revelers at a celebration. It is often used at weddings in place of rice. To have confetti in one's hair means the party has been going on for some time.
oh yeah,
Deal out jacks are better on a blanket by the stairs. They're playing cards, they're gambling.
yeah, makes plausible sense right there.
I'll tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. And send me off to bed forevermore. That sounds like he wants to die. the speaker is asking someone to take care of his funeral arrangements.
Dude, I pretty much said it, dude, and I'll say it again, dude. When I die, dude, just put my body outside and just incinerate it. Well, what good is my body afterwards?
Make sure they play. I shit. This song might be about like him planning his death, his funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like make sure they play my theme song. I guess Daisies will have to do. I'll tell you what I think that means in a bit.
Yeah.
Just get me to New Orleans and paint shadows on the pews. Turn the spit on that pig and kick the drum and let me down. Put my clarinet beneath your bed till I get back in town. So make sure they play my theme song. I guess Daisies will have to do. So when at my funeral, play my theme song.
Yeah.
And for flowers, I guess Daisies will have to do. You get what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
And get me to New Orleans and paint shadows on the pews. So he wants this funeral in New Orleans, and he wants it at a church, it looks like, because of the symbology of the pews in there.
Yeah.
Turn the spit on that pig and kick the drum and let me down. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I think it's pretty much like I think it would be like if he wants to like you know, if some of these funerals or celebrations of life will often have a lunch or something like that. And it's probably
That,
like something for like serving like maybe pork or ham or whatever
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And
Put
kick
my
the drum
clarinet.
and let me down. Uh Kick the drum and let me down. Was that wouldn't it be like after one of them performances, because he's a musician or whatnot, he wants somebody to kick a drum over, make it look like the show's over kind of thing or whatever?
No idea. All right. And then put my clarinet beneath your bed till I get back in town. I had no clue what that meant, but what it says on here, which kind of makes sense, as a non sequitur with the bed and a phallic symbol as context clues, the narrator here subtly communicates that he'd like his lover to remain faithful and chaste to him.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know what you mean right there, yeah.
Then it says the chorus again. Then make sure she's all in calico and the color of a dog. Wave a flag on Cadillac Day and a skillet on the wall. Cut me a switch, or hold your breath till the sun goes down. Write my name on your hood. Send me off to another town.
Deal out jacks or better on a blanket by the stairs. Tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. So will you send me off to bed forevermore kind of thing. Deal out jacks or better on a blanket by the stairs.
You're just playing poker.
Yeah.
But what
But
does that have to do with the rest of the song?
yeah, but what more importantly for this part here, what the fuck does deal out jacks are better on a blanket by have to do with a blanket by the stairs? Would it be like they're just sitting on the stairs or playing poker on the stairs or what?
I don't know. It's just kind of like characterizing like this old rundown place. It's not really anything special. And there's music going on. People are dancing. People are playing poker.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it pretty much just repeats everything else.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next song here. I ain't got nothing else to say about it, so.
Big Black Mariah.
And I said it sounded like if you listen to the old Delta blues songs from back in the 30s or 40s or 50s or whatever, you know, it almost sounded like that, literally. Like if he took a trip to, let's say, Mississippi or Louisiana and recorded this song at like some really old with some really old timey equipment.
All right, so here's something Tom Waits himself said about this song. The song is called Big Black Mariah, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's not about a big fat woman, a big fat black woman named Mariah. No. That'd be funny. But no. A Mariah is originally it was the woman that ran some kind of a cat house in New Orleans, I guess. And every time it popped, they figured she was the one that blew the whistle, so the paddy wagon pulled up out in front, and down through the years they started referring to it as the Black Mariah. Now it's the hearse or whatever. So he's likely talking about a hearse carrying a body. That's cool.
Oh, okay. That I didn't even think about, to be honest with you. So,
Alternatively, he could be talking about a police van coming to get or already carrying a prisoner.
oofda. Oofda, son.
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, wow, wow, ooh ha, wow, ooh, ooh.
Shut
That's how it starts.
up.
Cutting
Yeah,
through the
then,
cane
well,
brake.
it starts with that, and then it just starts like,
Cut through the cane brake, rattling the sill.
Thunder that the rain makes when the shadow tops the hill. Big light on the back street, hill to Evermore, packing down the ladder with the hammer to the floor.
here comes the big black Mariah. Here comes the big black, and it just, I seen the big black Ford.
Yeah.
Cutting through the cane brake, rattling the sill. I have no idea, honestly, what the fuck that even means. Thunder that the rain makes when the shadow tops the hill. Like, if it's cloudy outside and whatnot, and you see like a thunderstorm or whatever going on, it's obviously gonna. It's supposed to be like a cloud shadow, on the top of the hill or whatnot, or anywhere wherever the clouds are covering the sun.
All right.
And usually, anytime when storms are, this is just to me, but when a person ends up dying, the storms or rainy like weather is supposed to be a metaphor to announce when a person suddenly died,
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
and it would also be in reference also like if they would have just had Big Black Mariah come before Tango tell their story, it feels like the whole story would kind of make a little
Oh
plausible sense
shit.
right there.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It should. Yeah.
So now I'm just realizing that literally.
Or maybe. So the last song, Tango Till They're Sore, he was preparing for his death. Then he died, and then Big Black Mariah, the
Yep,
the hearse has come to pick him up.
yep. I could actually see that definitely without a doubt, man.
Well,
Well,
he's
he's
all
all
boxed.
boxed.
Oh,
Oh,
go
you
ahead.
go ahead.
Okay. Well, he's all boxed up on a red belt dame, hunted black Johnny with a blind man's cane, a yellow bullet with a rag out in the wind, an old blind tiger get an old Belgium.
Boxed up on a red belt dame. It's almost like if he it's probably all not on a dame, but it's more like he's boxed up inside like a red coffin or whatever kind of thing. Like when you when they put the deceased person's remains inside a coffin and whatnot. Hunted black Johnny with a blind man's cane. God damn it. For some reason, no, I want to say that it almost feels like it's a reference to like a file coming across the Grim Reaper after you're dead, but I could be wrong on that. A yellow bullet with a rag out in the wind? I don't even understand what that would even mean right there.
Yeah. And then, yeah, if Hunted Black Johnny with a blind man's cane is a reference to another song in the album, Yellow Bullet may be a reference to this distinctive yellow shell of a 20 gauge shotgun that's also mentioned in that song. So yeah, this might actually be this. Honestly, I'm just thinking about this right now. This whole album actually has a storyline running through it,
It
or at least
actually
some of
does.
the.
I'm actually starting to see
Because
that right now.
there's a song later, and that kind of ties in with this song too, called "Gun Street Girl."
Oh yeah, but which will be song number 13 on the whole album list.
All right, here comes Big Black Mariah, blah blah blah, Big Black Ford. Sent to the skies on a Benny Jag blue, off to bed without his supper like the Linda brides do. Now he's got to do the story with the old widow Jones. He's got a wooden coat. This boy is never coming home. So, sent to the skies on a Benny Jag blue sounds like that means he's going to heaven, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Off to
What the hell's
bed
a
without
Benny
his
Jag
supper,
blue though?
like,
Is that like a
huh?
oh, bet when it says bent sent to the sky means he's either getting high or dying and go to heaven. Benny Benny Jag blue. Benny could mean Benzedrine or any other amphetamine. Jag is a spree, binge, or breakdown. So he could be dying of a drug overdose.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately how a lot of these musicians who were very young died. You know,
Yeah. Off to bed without his supper like the Linda brides do.
it almost
He died. I know, it's just he died before he could have his last meal, I guess.
it almost
I
sounded
know what
like
Linda brides means, though.
it almost yeah, it almost sounded like the Last Supper kind of thing, but he did not have his Last Supper.
You know, he's got to do the story with the old widow Jones. He's got a wooden coat, and by wooden coat, I think they mean like a coffin. That's my
Yeah,
interpretation of it, anyway.
yeah.
This boy is never coming home. He's gonna
Which
go get
I mean,
buried.
it pretty much speaks for itself. Like you know, this boy is never coming home. Like we don't even have to explain it. It's pretty much you're dead and you're never coming back to life. Once you die, it's over. You're not gonna see them again. At least in this current life, but in the
Yeah.
afterlife, possibly.
Rather than the chorus again. Cut through the cane break. Oh yeah. Was all boxed up in a red bell dame. Fat blue Johnny on a blind man's cane. 100 yellow bullets shook a rag out in the wind. An
And
old
we pretty
blind
much
tiger on a
already
pair of new
explained
wings.
that part. So
The lyrics that time around are very slightly different, but just slightly.
yeah.
All right. Do you want to go on to the next song? Should we take a break before the next song?
I was gonna wait till after song 9 to go on break.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, we got 3 more songs to go. The next one is Diamonds and Gold, and for me, I said that the overall sound of the music sounds like if you played like I think it was Crash Bandicoot Warped, which was the third one, the third and best one of that Crash Bandicoot trilogy. It sounded like when you're in the Egyptian style levels, like for the music, when you hear the music from the Egyptian style levels of Crash Bandicoot Warped, it's almost what it sounded like. And considering that the name of the song is Diamonds and Gold, it's
All
not a mere coincidence. It's got to be some kind of just a strange coincidence.
right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Broken glass and rusty nails where the wild violets grow. Say goodbye to the railroad and the mad dogs of summer in everything that I know.
The broken glass and the rusty nails, isn't it like if something's left like without being updated or touched up or whatever, like when the person dies, the house that they lived in is left decrepit for like how many years or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Say goodbye to the railroad and the mad dogs of summer.
and everything that I know. Though looking at this whole entire paragraph right here, it almost sounds like, like in the old 1800s, when there will be like small towns or whatever that would be built when they're building like railroads or digging going for gold and trying to
Yeah.
find diamonds or whatever, and then once those gold rushes or diamond rushes or the building of the railroads done, they abandon the whole town, and now it's just all abandoned and everything's just left decrepit, breaking down over time kind of thing.
Yeah, and then it goes on. What some men will do here for diamonds, what some men will do here for gold. They're wounded, but they just keep on climbing and sleep on the side of the road. When it says what some men will do for diamonds, what some men will do for gold, it's like just kind of like how depraved humans can be, like the terrible things that they will do for money.
Dude, now that I look back, now that I heard what you said and looking at these lyrics, dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you really want a good idea of how far people will go to keep gold for themselves or whatever, watch the 1948 movie, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Okay.
It stars Humphrey Bogart, and it's often considered one of the greatest films ever. It is
All right,
a
I'll check it
really
out.
good it's a really good story that explores that explores the
What's it
word
called
like
again?
the treasure of the Sierra Madre, released in 1948, and it pretty much explores greed and what greed can do to man. And even then, looking back on it, it's almost technically the concept of the song Money by Pink Floyd from Dark Side of the Moon, which we have already covered. But it's just, we do whatever for this.
Yeah. And then it says they're wounded, but they just keep on climbing. They're working hard just for money and
Yeah.
sleep on the side of the road 'cause they're
They want to
broke, I
stay they
guess.
want to stay camped right by the dig site so they could immediately go to get up, have their coffee, and immediately start working and be like, how much more can we find?
Yeah. There's a hole in the ladder, a fence we can climb. You're mad as a hatter, you're thin as a dime. Go out to the meadow, the hills are green. Sing me a rainbow, steal me a dream.
Mad as a hatter, over time, you start growing more mad with paranoia. Like, if you're with a team digging for the diamonds and gold, you
You're
start
thin as a
becoming,
dime because you are working so hard on finding riches that you don't have any money for yourself to show for it yet. So you don't
yes,
have any money for food.
yep, exactly. Not only that, but as you're working, you're not having enough time to eat or drink. You're basically
Yes.
spending your time doing that. And the more you don't eat or drink, you start actually losing weight because you're sweating out all of your weight if you're under a beaming hot sun. And Mad
Yep.
as a Hatter, like I said, it comes with paranoia. If you're on a team searching for diamonds and gold and you become more paranoid that they might steal your cut or what you have found. Like I said, dude, that movie I told you about, this song is almost like telling kind of like a bit of it, dude. But like I
Okay.
said, you gotta watch it. So,
Small time Napoleon's shattered his knees, but he stays in the saddle for Rose. And all his disciples they shave in the gutter, and they gather what's left of his clothes.
dude, I feel like he's almost telling the story of that movie.
He
But I
could
don't
be.
want to spoil too much of it. But it almost like if you watch the movie and you look at the lyrics closer, you'll see what I'm talking about. But small time Napoleon shattered his knees. I guess they're like some other greedy people who will basically injure you or just do whatever to take your riches. But he stays in the cell for Rose and all his disciples. I honestly would have nothing. I honestly have no response to that part right there.
Yeah, I don't really know. All right, on to that next one. Hang down your head.
Yep, and there is a Wikipedia page for that, and I want to read that quickly. All right, it is in the same vein as Tom Waits' earlier work, featuring a more conventional melodic structure compared to other songs on Rain Dogs, albeit featuring an idiosyncratic arrangement. All music critic Stuart Mason called the song among the most direct and effective things Waits has ever written. The cover now there were cover versions that were made for this. Lucinda Williams recorded a version of this song for the soundtrack of the crime drama series Crossing Jordan, released in 2003. It was later appended as a bonus track on the vinyl release of her 2003 album World Without Tears. Gothic rock ensemble Human Drama recorded the song for their covers album Pinups, which was intended as a tribute to the various artists that had influenced them. Country artist Jack Ingram has played the song at live concerts, and his version was recorded for his live debut, live at Aldairs in 1995.
Who
And
did the
that's
album
it.
Pinups?
Human Drama.
Okay, that's weird because David Bowie also did a an album of cover songs called Pinups.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Let me take a look at the. Let me pull it up for you. Yeah, it
Yeah, it
was
was
a
in 1973.
yeah. I'm taking a look. Like the tribute, like this is a tribute album by Human Drama. I'll quickly get to what you were saying in a minute. It was a tribute to various artists, including Joy Division, David Bowie, Lou Reed, Pink Floyd, Genesis, John Lennon, and Leonard Cohen. Let me take a look. What was the name of was it his album Pinups also?
Yeah. In 1973, he released an album called Pinups, which is full of cover songs.
Yep, I see it too. No, yeah, I'm taking a look right here, dude. He spelt it as pin and ups, and for the human drama pinups, they put it together in one word. But if you look at the
Okay.
album cover for both of them, they almost are identical, literally.
All right, well, let's get into the song then.
All right,
Hush a
let's
wild
do.
violet, hush a band
Well,
of gold,
I
hush her
will
in a
say this
story I heard
quickly,
somebody
dude.
told. Oh, go
I will
ahead.
say this quickly. Uh, for the first time in the entire fucking album, I actually heard something that did sound sensible for terms of lyrics and fucking music. I thought it was honestly the first good thing I actually could hear.
Okay.
All right, you go ahead with the lyrics.
All right, hush a wild violet, hush a band of gold, hush her in a story I heard somebody told. Tear the promise of my heart, tear my heart today. You have found another. Oh, baby, I must go away.
A wild violet, a band of gold. You're in a story I heard somebody told. It's almost like you're reminiscing if you're talking about a friend that died and this other guy you're talking to is like, oh yeah, I know him. Let me tell you this story about him that happened at one point. You know?
Yeah, so it seems here like it's talking about someone cheated on him and he's leaving her. So
Right?
hang it down your head for sorrow, hang down your head for me, hang down your head tomorrow, hang down your head, Marie. Yeah, it sounds like she cheated on him and he's sending her off. That's how I'm taking it anyway.
Yeah. Yes, sir. At least he did. At least he didn't shoot her and her lover like Willie Nelson did on Redheaded
Hmm.
Stranger.
Yeah.
All
Hush,
right.
my love, the rain now. Hush, my love was so true. Hush, my love, a train now. but it takes me away from you.
You
So
jump on the
he's going
train.
away on the train to get
Yep.
away from her.
Getting away from her. Yep. Go fuck yourself, lady. I'm out of here.
Yep.
Hush, my love. Betrayed now. Well, it takes me away from you.
So hang down your head for sorrow. Hang down your head
Sorrow.
for me. Hang down your head. Hang down your head. Hang down your head, Marie.
Oh, was that her name, Marie?
Yeah. When I first heard that song, I thought the lyrics were "Hang down your head for me," but no, it's "Hang down your head, Marie." I heard that wrong.
God damn it, dude.
And then next on track 9, we have the 900th song of all time called "Time."
900th song of all time?
I just pulled that number out of my ass. There's just a bunch of songs called "Time."
Oh,
There's
right.
Dave Bowie's "Time." There was Tom
Pink
Waits'
Floyd's
"Time."
time. Pink
Pink
Floyd's time. There
Floyd's
was the
"Time."
Alan Parsons Project's
Al
time.
Parsons' "Time."
Um, there's a couple others that
There's
I know
so
who
many
had.
songs. There's so many songs just called "Time."
Yeah, well, dude, it almost seems like they fucking end up doing it seems like the easiest fucking thing to name your song, dude. I mean, I'm trying to think, man. I can't remember if Dream Theater actually had a song called Time that was on Metropolis Part 2 or whatever. But there was like so many other songs. Like, let me look this up quick. We're gonna take a quick time out here. Let me find it for you. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, Hootie and the Blowfish also did a song called Time.
Hmm.
And like I said, there was also like, even like, I'm looking at my playlist and it seems like a fuck ton of songs have the word time in their title. So, all right. So here's what I'll say. It's another great tune, very Americana-ish, and I think this is probably the one I like the most on this song. So,
Okay.
all right. So, ow. It was so what it says for like all the cover songs again. It was covered by Tori Amos for her 2001 concept album Strange Little Girls. Amos made a notable appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman to perform the song. It was the first musical performance to be on the show after 9/11.
Nice.
Yep. And the song was covered by Roseanne Cash on her album Come On Up to the House. Women Sing Waits from 2019. It was a Tom Waits tribute album featuring female artists doing covers of Waits songs. Let me see what I want to actually look and see what other tribute songs there were quick. Uh Come On Up
People
to
do a
the
lot of
House.
covers of Tom Waits.
Yeah, there's 12 of them right here. I want to see if you know these quick. Come On Up to the House.
I'm not familiar with that one.
There is also Hold On, Georgia Lee, Old 55, Take It With Me, Jersey Girl, Ruby's Arms, Time, You Can Never Hold Back Spring, House Where Nobody Lives, Downtown Train, and Tom Traubert's Blues.
Song missing on there was fucking Down in the Hole. That is probably his most covered song is Down in the Hole.
I'm surprised it wasn't even on there. There were some accolades that, well, this song did get. Uh, uh, the best songs from the 500 best albums ever in 2000, 1001 songs in 2011, and then the 700 best songs of all time at 510 on in 2014.
Okay.
So yeah, this is actually seems like a pretty bright here with the how good this song was. But yeah, I'll let you take this part. No, let's get to the lyrics.
All right. Well, the smart money's on Harlow and the moon is in the street. The Shadow Boys are breaking all the laws near east of East St. Louis. And the
Or
wind
St.
is
Louis.
making. Yeah. And the wind is making speeches, and the rain sounds like a round of applause. Napoleon is weeping in the carnival saloon. His invisible fiancée is in the mirror, and the band is going home. It's raining hammers, it's raining nails. Yes, it's true, there's nothing left for him down here.
The smart money's on Harlow, so that's probably like where all the rich money's at or whatever kind of thing.
To me, it sounded like they were making bets.
Yeah. The Shadow Boys are breaking all the laws, so it would pretty much be like if you're taking part in like some illegal gambling stuff, like in alleyways, like in, in the deeper parts of like big cities, like whether it be in New York City or Chicago or LA or wherever. And you're east of East St. Louis or whatever, and the wind is making speeches.
East St. Louis is the ghetto. East of East St. Louis might mean even more ghetto than St. Louis or St. Louis.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, it's time, and it's time, and it's time that you love, and it's time.
Fucking time, dude.
And they pretend they're orphans, and their memories like a train. You can see it getting smaller as it pulls away. And the things you can't remember tell the things you can't forget. History puts a saint in every dream. Well, she said she'd stick around until the bandages came off, but these mama boys just don't know when to quit. And Matilda asked the sailors, "Are those dreams or are those prayers? So close your eyes, son, and this won't hurt a bit."
They all pretend they're orphans and their memories like a train. I guess it would be like if you came from a really rough home or something like that with abusive parents or something like that, and they
Yeah.
just pretend that they lost their parents or whatever. Their memory's like a train, like their memory just sweeps by way too quick or some shit like that.
Excuse me.
She said she'd stick around until the bandages came off. I think it's like if you were sick and she stayed right by you and as soon as you got better or whatnot, it's like the bandage is coming off and then she leaves.
All right. And then it goes up. Well, things are pretty lousy for a calendar girl. The boys just drive right off the cars and splash into the street. And when they're on a roll, she pulls a razor from her boot, and 1,000 pigeons fall around her feet. So put a candle in the window and kiss upon his lips, as the dash outside the window fills with rain, just like a stranger with the weeds in your heart, and pay the fiddler off till I come back again. Well, things
Man.
are pretty lousy for a calendar girl. When you say calendar girl, it makes me think of like, people have those like nudie calendars, you know?
Oh yeah, but basically Playboy magazines.
Yeah, like a calendar like that, or yeah.
Yeah, it would be like a Playboy magazine, but instead it's a fucking calendar kind of thing.
Yeah, they make those. And
Yeah,
the boys just drive right off with cars and splash into the street. They're driving off, and it's been raining, so they're splashing.
yeah.
And when they're on a roll, she pulls a razor from her boot,
She
and a
probably
thousand pigeons.
she probably had something for self-defense or something like that to prevent a gang rape. I could be wrong on that. So
Yeah, I don't know either. And 1,000 pigeons fall around her feet.
how the
So
fuck
put
did them
up,
pigeons fall anyway? She didn't have a shotgun and started blasting at them.
yeah,
She puts a candle in the window and a kiss upon his lips. It's kind of like if you're one of those type of romantic kind of people and you guys are basically having sex while you have candles lit or some shit like that.
yeah, I could see that. All right, anything else on that song?
No, not really, man. I say we take a break right now. I need another beer because I'm fucking empty, man.
Me too, and I need to pee.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying this podcast so far. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Stay tuned for more.
All right.
Welcome back to the Roger Radio Show. Hulk Hogan here along with Roman Reigns. And we are reviewing Rain Dogs.
And coincidentally enough, we are on the song Rain Dogs.
Yeah, but the title track right here, man, without a doubt. And just as I was starting to like this album, it returns back to the what the fuck shit on this album that I've already heard on the first 7 albums or songs.
No, this song's actually my favorite song on the album. I love Rain Dogs.
It went back to the freaking vocals and the Crash Bandicoot music. I'm wondering if the creators of the Crash Bandicoot games got inspired to use their music in the games from this album.
No, so it goes inside a broken clock, splashing the wine with all the rain dogs. Taxi, we'd rather walk, huddle a doorway with the rain dogs, for I am a rain dog too.
Um,
Like
inside a
the term
broken
rain dog
clock.
sounds like the term rain dog, I think, is a term for like a homeless man. Just like a dog stuck out in the rain, you know?
Yeah. Inside a broken clock splashing the wine. The broken clock thing, it's almost like time keeps going and going and going and going and you can't stop
Yeah.
it or whatever. Taxi,
And the
we'd
chord,
rather walk. For me, I would rather walk than spend 20 to 25 fucking bucks for a cab ride here in town. Thank God for Go Marty's.
all right. Oh, how we danced and we swallowed the night, for it was all right for dreaming. Oh, how we danced away all of the lights. We've always been out of our minds.
Out of our
So
mans.
they're poor, they're stuck out on the street in the rain, and they just enjoy it. Enjoy what they have, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta have an appreciation for things, even
Yeah, for the little things in life, you know?
yeah, even if look, life sucks, you still gotta have an appreciation for something, you know.
The rum pours strong and thin, beat out the dustman with the rain dogs. Aboard a shipwrecked train, give my umbrella to the rain dogs, for I'm a rain dog too.
Oh man, no, aboard a shipwreck train. It's almost like if you can't find a house, so you go into this broken down thing. It's at least a bit of shelter. Give my umbrella to the rain dogs. You're um you're willing to shelter them or whatever kind of thing, or if you're like in one of them homeless shelter kind of things, or like grace houses is what we call them up here.
Yeah. So yeah, the rum pours strong and thin, or drinking rum. Beat out the
Obviously,
dustman with the rain dogs. What the fuck does dustman mean?
I don't even want to try and figure that out, to be honest with you.
Give my umbrella to the rain dogs, for I'm a rain dog too. I don't know, he's just being a nice guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like these people are doing these people are poor. They're stuck out in the rain. He's giving them an umbrella.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, how we danced with the rose of Tralee. Her hair was long, her hair was black as a raven. Oh, how we danced, and you whispered to me, "You'll never be going back home." Then it repeats that, and that's it. The
Yeah. I really don't have much else to say about it. I think pretty much this song kind of like speaks for itself, sort of thing.
yeah, yeah. No, that's my favorite song on the album. I love that song. That
Yeah.
is on the playlist of songs I sing at work.
All right. I don't have much else to say about it, do you?
No, no, on to Midtown,
Which is
which is
essentially an
instrumental.
instrumental. But
Yeah.
I was listening to the music. Why do I have a feeling that because of the name of the song, or be yeah, or actually yeah, no, it's actually the next song that I had for the notes that I was about to say. I'm glad I corrected myself on it. But Midtown, this song, it almost sounds
Really
like
jazzy,
like
and I love it.
It sounds like if I was walking around on Broadway or something like that, like or I'm trying to think. Where's that one play? What's that one? Times Square. If I'm walking down Times Square, going to like the NBC studios to go watch Saturday Night Live, yeah, in the building or something like that. Why does it feel like such a appropriate song like for the nightlife in New York City, especially in Times
Yep.
Square?
Right, and then we get on to Ninth and Hennepin, which is one of his songs where he doesn't even sing. He just kind of tells an interesting story over some background music.
Yeah, this is what I was about to say right here. Because of the name of the song and the overall sound of the music, why did I have a feeling that I was walking in a city like in London, England, and then there's Jack the Ripper, waiting in the shadows, waiting to fucking
Hmm.
kill me?
Yeah, and I'll read the lyrics. There's nothing really to say. It is very self-explanatory.
Yeah, I'll let you read all
Well,
of it.
all right, yeah. Well, it's Ninth and Hennepin, and the donuts have names that sound like prostitutes. And the moon's teeth marks are on the sky like a tarp thrown all over this. And the broken umbrella is like dead birds. The steam comes out of the grill. Excuse me. Like the whole GD town is ready to blow. And the bricks are all scarred with jailhouse tattoos, and everyone is behaving like dogs. And the horses are coming down Violin Road, and Dutch is dead on his feet. All the rooms, they smell like diesel. And you take on the dreams of the ones who've slept there. And I'm lost in the window. I hide on the stairway, and I hang in the curtain, and I sleep in your hat. And no one brings anything small to the bar around here. And they all started out with bad directions. And the girl behind the counter has a tattooed tear, one for every year he's away, she said. Such a crumbling beauty. Ah, there's nothing wrong with her. $100 won't fix. She has that razor sadness that only gets worse with the clang and the thunder of the southern Pacific going by. And the clock ticks out like a dripping faucet till you're full of rag water, bitters, and blue ruin, and you spill out over your side to anyone who'll listen. I've seen it all. I've seen it all through the yellow windows of the evening train.
Yeah, that pretty much sounds about right. Like it all explains itself, really.
Yeah,
So I was just like, it almost reminded me of So he doesn't sing it; he just did spoken word or whatever kind of thing.
yeah,
Some reason I ended up thinking back on a song that was from Fleetwood Mac's 1972 album Bear Trees, but it wasn't as much of a song. It was just pretty much a recording of somebody reading a poem that was called Thoughts on a Gray Day.
All right. Then next we got Gun Street Girl.
Yep, it sounded like Delta Blues stuff again, you know? Like it just had that Delta Blues stuff attached to it. Like was he in Mississippi? Was he in Alabama?
Yeah. All right. So Falling James in the Tahoe mud stick around to tell us all a tale. Well, he fell in love with a Gun Street girl. You know, he's dancing in the Birmingham jail. Dancing in the Birmingham jail.
Um he fell in love with a Gun Street girl who was at some reason it almost sounds like an outlaw and he ended up getting himself in some trouble with her and he's now dancing in the Birmingham jail like he got arrested for something that she must have did and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Tom Waits on the Rain Dogs Allen promo tape in 1985 said, Gun Street Girl is about a guy who's having trouble with the law, and he traces all of these events back to this girl he met on Gun Street, right there on Center Market, right in Little Italy there. Took $100 off of Slaughterhouse Joe, bought a brand new Michigan 20 gauge. He got all liquored up on the roadhouse corn, blew a hole in the hull of a yellow Corvette, a
You mean
hole
the
in the hood of a
hood?
yellow Corvette. Yeah, a hole in the hood of the yellow Corvette.
Yeah. That pretty much just said it all. He bought himself a new gun, which might have been a shotgun because they are often called 20
Yeah.
gauges. He
Yep.
got liquored up on Roadhouse corn, or it could be any kind of liquor, like maybe whiskey, bourbon,
Yeah.
whatever, and blew a hole in the. He basically shot somebody's car or his own car. Maybe on purpose, maybe on accident. We don't know. It doesn't really say much for that.
He bought a secondhand Nova from a Cuban Chinese and dyed his hair in the bathroom of a Texaco. With the pawn shop radio quarter past four, he left walk again at the slamming of the door. He left walk again at the slamming of the door.
Wait, a Cuban Chinese? How the hell does that work?
A Cuban man fucks a Chinese woman, and that makes the Cuban Chinese. I know that's the best answer I can give you.
I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I don't think I ever in my entire life ever heard of anything like that. For like a Cuban Chinese. If any of you have ever heard of a Cuban Chinese, then I'm sorry, man. I don't know. If any of you know, please let us know in the comments because I've
Yeah.
never heard of anything like this.
I said, John, John, he's long gone. Gone to Indiana, he's never coming home. I said, John, John, he's long gone. Gone to Indiana, and he's never coming home.
Yeah.
Could be a reference to the guy who died earlier in the album too. If I think now that I think about it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
good.
know
Could be, yeah.
he's sitting in a sycamore in St. John's Wood, soaking day bread and kerosene. But he was blue as a robin's egg and brown as a hog, staying out of circulation till the dogs get tired. Out of circulation till the dogs get tired.
I'm trying to find where that part's at. Some reason I can't find it right here on my shit. Okay, never mind. I did. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
Yeah. Shadow fixed the toilet with an old trombone. He never got up in the morning on a Saturday, sitting by the Erie with the bullwhip's dog, telling everyone He saw they went that away, boys, telling everyone that he saw they went that away. So I think they're looking for this guy and they're just throwing him in loops and circles. I have no fucking clue.
For some reason, like how he says sitting by the Erie, it almost sounds like he's sitting on the shores of Lake Erie.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking too. Now the rain's like gravel on an old tin roof, and the Burlington Northern's pulling out of the world. Now a head full of bourbon and a dream in the straw, and the Gun Street Girl was the cause of it all. A Gun Street Girl was the cause of all. It's talking about all the terrible things that are happening to him, and it's all because of that Gun Street Girl.
Yeah, that fucking bitch.
Yep. Riding in the shadow by the St. Joe Ridge, he heard the click-clack tapping of a blind man's cane. Once again, the blind man's cane was referenced in Big Black Mariah.
Yeah.
He was pulling into the baker on a New Year's Eve with one eye on the pistol and the other on the door. One eye on the pistol and the other on the door. So he's just waiting for someone to show up to try and kill him, I think.
Oh yeah.
Miss Charlotte took her satchel down to Kingfish Row, and she smuggled in a brand new pair of alligator shoes with her fireman's raincoat and her long yellow hair, while they tied her to a tree with a skinny millionaire. Tied her to a tree with a skinny millionaire.
Tied her to the tree with a skinny millionaire. Isn't it you're tying up the millionaire and this skinny girl could almost be like a mistress of his?
Could be. And then it says the chorus again. I said, John, John, he's long gone, gone to Indiana, and he's never coming home. I said, John, John, he's long gone, gone to Indiana, and he's never coming home.
That
Banging on a
fucking
table with an
bitch
old.
ruined his life, dude.
Yep, and then it says, banging on a table with an old tin cup, sing, I'll never kiss a gun street girl again. I'll never kiss a gun street girl again. I'll never
Or it
kiss a gun
could be,
street girl
yeah,
again.
or it
Because he's
could be,
lamenting how that one fucking girl fucked up his whole life.
yeah. The banging on the table with an old tin cup. For some reason, it would
There was
almost,
a tin cup in another song earlier on this album, too.
yeah. For some
Can't remember
reason,
which
with
one.
this here, dude, they should have just got rid of banging on the table, but instead banging on the jail cells, the cell door with an old tin cup, because a lot of them did that back then. They would take
Yeah.
the cup and they would just run it through, like this.
Hmm. All right, and that's it for Gun Street Girl.
Now we get on to Union Square, and I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I fucking hated this song.
I
I think out of
like
all the
Union Square. I
songs,
think Union
out of
Square is a
all
good
the
one.
songs on here, dude, I genuinely, literally do not like Union Square. I guess I kind of got annoyed by how the way he fucking sang in this song. I think is what killed it for me.
I love the way he sings, dude. I love it. Well, time is always money for the boys at Union Square. Go on and bust your ass till doomsday. Don't forget to say your prayers. Someone's riding down the back street. Said Papa got a brand new slack, and your baby is handcuffed to the on the front seat. Sit right there, boy, and you relax.
Time is always money for the boys on Union Square. Union Square is like the name of somewhere of a place in New York City. I think it's like the
Yeah,
time is always money for the boys there. Is it like what? Thieves, robbers, burglars, or whatever kind of thing? Go on and bust your ass till doomsday. Don't forget to say your prayers. It's basically doomsday could be if you the day you get arrested or killed. So say your prayers before you go off and do whatever, and asking
for me, what I'm
and
saying.
asking God for forgiveness before anything, before whatever happens, because when doomsday comes up, like I said, it's either you get arrested and you face prison time, or you're gonna get killed outright doing
The way I
what you were
see it,
going to do.
the way I see it, time is always money for the boys at Union Square. Time is money. They need money, and they all their time they're just working away, working away. And it says, "Go on and bust your ass till doomsday. Keep working till the day you die." That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And don't forget to say your prayers. Someone's run down. Yeah. And then we're
Well,
going down,
here's the
down,
one
down,
thing,
down, down,
like the
down, down,
reason
down, down.
well, the reason why I say what I said for what my interpretation is because Rain Dogs is the concept about the homeless, right? And basically they're doing whatever to try and make money, and even if they don't have jobs, and if they don't have jobs, chances are they're gonna end up burglarizing or robbing people, like swiping their wallets.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you spill out of the Cinema 14 to that drag bar on the block, whizzing on down in front of the East Coast, bankrolled up on your sock. She stand right there for your pleasure, half Puerto Rican Chinese. What's up with all the fucking Chinese fuckers in this song? Uh,
No, no, that, but
not in this album, I mean.
what's with the fucking Puerto Ricans and the Cubans too in this? Now, first we have a Cuban Chinese, now we have a Puerto Rican Chinese. Somebody,
Yep.
please, in the comments, explain what the fuck's going on.
You gotta find your baby somewhere to measure. I'm going to get some of these, baby. Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Uh, Cinema 14 was a former gay porn theater in Manhattan that closed in 1988.
Fucking end my life, please. I can't do this anymore. Dude, I swear to God, dude, you know, you said Tom Waits wasn't doing anything, but I think he was fucking doing shrooms, dude.
Nope.
Don't fucking
No drugs at
deny
all.
it, dude. I'm just saying right now. Just don't fucking deny it. He was on something. No, maybe behind the scenes he was collabing with Frank Zappa, and Zappa was like, all right, here's some lyrics, do whatever you want, but just do not credit me with this, please.
All right. Then it says the chorus again. And about 4 in the morning on a Sunday, Sacco drinking whiskey in church, half pint of festival brandy, that boy about to fall right off his perch. Well, that guy in the sweater's off duty. Well, he's out in front of the welfare hotel. The guy in the dress is a beauty. Go all the way. I swear you can never tell. Come on, honey, and pull up your socks.
4 in the morning on a Sunday, Sacco drinking whiskey in church. Half pint of festival brandy. Jeez, 4 in the morning on a Sunday. Damn, dude. Drinking
Maybe
whiskey
they
in
just work
church.
overnights like we do.
Fuck. Right? That boy about to fall right off his perch. Well, yeah, when you're drinking as much fucking whiskey in church and the festival brandy, dude, you're obviously gonna fall over.
Uh,
All right, and then yeah, it goes down, down, down. I'm going down, 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 downtown, down, downtown, down, 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 downtown, down.
Um,
Down,
all
down,
right.
down, down,
Dude,
downtown.
I swear to God!
I
Fucking
was waiting for
shut
you to
up!
talk again. I was waiting for you to talk again so I could do that.
Anyways, next song is Blind Love. The music was good, but fuck the vocals, dude.
I love his vocals, dude. All of his fans love his vocals. They just got this fucking je ne sais quoi. As just like, there's nothing like it. Very, it's very idiosyncratic and bizarre, and I love it.
Ugh. Of course
I
you
wouldn't
like
have
it
his.
because you like the fucking weird stuff, dude. I don't even know why I agreed to do this with you anymore. I actually don't.
Uh,
All right, let's take a look at these lyrics, huh? Now
Yeah.
you're gone. It's hotels and whiskey and sad luck dames. And I don't care if they miss me. I never remember their names. They say if you get far enough away, you'll be on your way back home. Well, I'm at the station and I can't get on the train. It's hotels and whiskey.
You're
It's pretty much
banging
it.
prostitutes at a hotel while drinking whiskey. That's how
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah. It's pretty. Yeah, I'm looking at this and it's pretty much going back to the one song about that he's leaving the gal that cheated on him, and he's now
Yeah,
staying
and
up in a hotel, getting drunk and fucking prostitutes.
yep, and I don't care if they miss me. I never remember their names because he's fucking a bunch of prostitutes. I don't care if the prostitute misses you. And he's fucking so many prostitutes, he doesn't remember any of their names.
Dude, the
And say if
prostitutes
you
don't
get,
even care as long as they're making money, dude. That's it. In the end, that's all
yeah,
that matters. They're making like God knows how much money if you're willing to pay a little more.
they say if you get far enough away, you'll be on your way back home. Well, I'm at the station and I can't get on the train. Okay. Uh,
Also, first he was able to get on the train in the last song, and now he can't.
I don't fucking know. It must be blind love. It must be blind love. The only kind of love is stone blind love. With your blind love, it was blind love, stone blind love, and your stone blind love. Oh, I know what I think is going on.
What?
He left this girl. He misses her. He must be blind love. He's blindly in love with this woman. He fucked it up. Now he just wants her back.
Whoa, wait a minute. So you're telling me that he is now crying and missing the woman who technically fucking cheated on him? Who decided to
Yeah.
fire the first shot? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Dude, if that was me, dude, I wouldn't even miss her a single bit. I was like, I'm glad I got rid of the bitch. You fucking cheated on me? Well, go fuck yourself. It could be worse, dude. I could have did what the redheaded stranger did. Shot her and her lover and then go on the run for like how many years?
Right. Now the streets are turning blue and the dogs are barking, and the night has come and there's tears that are falling. From your blue eyes now, I wonder where you are, and I whisper your name. The only way to find you is if I close my eyes.
Dude, doesn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm hearing the word dogs again, and I'm hearing like rain sporadically. It almost feels like they are really keeping the reminder of the name of the album going, even though they're not saying
Yeah.
rain dogs overall. They are bringing the two words or keeping it going with the one of the two words.
Yeah, and then it just repeats the chorus, and that's it for that song.
Fucking blind love. Go fuck yourself.
Ooh, the next one. I love the lyrics in this next one.
Here's the thing,
Walking Spanish.
yeah, walking Spanish, yeah. Here's the thing. Have you ever heard of the any music by Howlin' Wolf?
No.
This song, how he sang in this song and how the music sounded almost sounded like a Howlin' Wolf song. Take a
Okay.
look at, for example, just look at any song by Howlin' Wolf and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into it. He got
He
himself
got
a
him.
homemade
Oh, go ahead.
special.
I'll let you
You
go.
know his glass is full of sand and it feels just like a jaybird the way it fits into his hand. Homemade special, it's gotta be like a specially made brew or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
You know his glass is full of sand.
Oh, here's what's going on.
What?
It says here, a man on death row is having his last meal. That is the homemade special. A glass full of sand is an hourglass. As time has run up.
Do you think that's what the fucking guy from Gun Street Girl is supposed to be?
I don't fucking know. And
Dude,
it
I
feels like
swear
a
to God, it's
Jaybird.
like now that I'm looking at this, dude, it feels like they're talking about one guy in each different fucking song. It almost feels like I'm watching a fucking Pulp Fiction or 22 short stories from Springfield from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I think that's probably what it is. It's this multiple like intertwining kind of stories that take place in the urban dispossessed, as they put it.
Yeah.
All right. And then he rolled up a blade in his trick trowel. They slapped their hands against the wall. You never trip, you never stumble. He's walking Spanish down the hall.
How the
I
fuck do
love
you
that
watch
phrase.
Spanish? How the fuck?
When the term walking Spanish down the hall, by my interpretation, you're walk you're on your way to die. That's it.
Are you
Walking
sure you're
Spanish
not?
down the hall means you're on your way to die.
Are you sure you're not trying to make fun of like another country and how they walk? Like, hey, let's walk Spanish today. Oh no, how about we walk Danish today? Or how about we walk French? Like,
No, no. Slap him a picture of our Jesus or give him a spoon to dig a hole. But all he done ain't no one's business. But he'll need blankets for the cold. They dim the lights over on Broadway. Even the king has bowed his head. Every face looks right up at Mason. Man, he's walking Spanish down the hall.
he'll need blankets for the cold. Isn't that like, oh, fuck. Slip him a picture of our Jesus. It's pretty much him asking for forgiveness before he dies, or give him a spoon to dig a hole, which would be like you're trying to, bury your way,
Shawshank.
dig your way out of there. Yeah, like Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
He's trying to escape from prison, so to speak. I was also even gonna make the reminder of it. Almost reminds me of Escape from Alcatraz too.
Yeah.
And then
Latella's
meanwhile, they
screeching
dim
for
the lights over Broadway. Even the king has bowed his head. What the fuck does that have to do with this guy? How did it go from like a scene of a guy in jail to a guy on Broadway?
I don't know.
I can't fucking do this anymore, dude. Fuck me, bro. All right. Anyways,
Latella's
no, Latella screeching up for a blind pig. Punk Sanders carved it out of wood. He never sang when he got hoodwinked. They tried it all, but he never would. Tomorrow morning there'll be laundry, but he'll be somewhere else to hear the call. No, don't say goodbye. He's just leaving early. He's walking Spanish down the hall.
So when it says Latella's screeching for a blind pig, this must take place during Prohibition because a blind pig was like a little secret place to go drink illegally.
Well, guess what? Prohibition
Y'all can have a
failed.
beer if you want.
Prohibition failed, so go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't say goodbye. He's just leaving early.
He's walking Spanish down the hall. I don't know. I just like that phrase. He's walking Spanish down the hall. I think that's pretty cool.
Walking Spanish, but I am white.
Hmm. All right. All Saint Bartholomew said was whispered into the ear of blind Jack Dawes. All Baker told the machine was that he never broke the law. Go on and tip your hat to the pilot. Take off your watch, your rings, and all. Even Jesus wanted a little more time when he was walking Spanish down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking Spanish down the hall is just walking on your way to death row.
Yeah.
Walking to your execution, I should say. And it says, you go on and tip your hat to Pilate. That's a reference to Pontius Pilate.
Oh, yeah. Pontius
And-
Pilate. Yeah.
Yep. Take
Take
off
off
your
your
watch, your
watch, your
rings.
rings, and all. It's like if you have jewelry or something like that, and you have to take it all off.
Yep, even Jesus wanted a little more time when he was walking Spanish down the hall.
Right. And that is a reference to his crucifixion.
Yep. All
All
right.
right, the next song we got is Downtown Train. And this is the last song that has a Wikipedia page that I will read. There is a few things that I do want to cover on that. But I will say the song was decent enough. I liked it also. I think I would tie it alongside with Time.
Okay.
Okay. They actually made a promotional video about this, which was directed by
Really?
Jean Baptiste Mondino and produced by
I,
Andrea Ambandos. It was filmed in black and white and features a cameo appearance by boxer Jake LaMotta. Several musical artists have charted with their covers of this song, including Rod Stewart, Patti Smith, and Bob Seger. Now, Rod Stewart did have his own cover version that became a number 3 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 chart after being released as a single in late 1989, and was also a number 1 single on the album Rock and Adult Contemporary charts. The song went to number 1 in Canada and made the top 10 on the UK singles chart in 1990. Stewart received a Grammy nomination for the song in the category Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. Originally released as a non-album single, Stewart's version was included on some editions of his 1991 album Vagabond Heart. Now, other
yep.
recordings. Bob Seger also recorded a version of his own in 1989 before Rod Stewart recorded his version. Seger claimed that on a trip to London, he told Rod Stewart that he had recorded his version, and then 1 month later, Rod Stewart decided to record his version. Stewart and his management have denied that Stewart stole that idea from Seger. Seger decided not to release his version in 1989 as originally planned, but instead re-recorded it in 2011 for his album Ultimate Hits Rock and Roll Never Forgets. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Patti Smith released a version of her own in 1987 that reached number 95 on the Billboard Hot 100. The promotional video she made for that song was directed by David Fincher.
Ooh,
Any,
David Fincher.
yep.
He directed fucking Seven, Fight Club, The Game. He was a great director.
Oh yeah, really good. Okay, so Everything But the Girls' acoustic cover, also recorded in 1989 and later put on the reissue of The Language of Life, was also used in the climactic scene of the 2014's final episode of the long-running series How I Met Your Mother. Music supervisor Andy Gowan says that Carter Bass basically put it in the script and wrote that script with that song in mind. Gowan described the song as heartbreakingly beautiful and captured both the sweet and romantic and the somber dark part of the final scene of How I Met Your Mother.
He's so all right. Want to go through the lyrics?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Outside, another yellow moon punched a hole in the nighttime. Yes, I climbed through the window and down to the street. I'm shining like a new dime. The downtown trains are all full with all those Brooklyn girls. They try so hard to break out of their little worlds. That's kind of self-explanatory.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. You wave your hand and they scatter like crows. They have nothing that will ever capture your heart, or just thorns without the rose. Be careful of them in the dark. Oh, if I was the one, you chose to be your only one. Oh, baby, can't you hear me now? Can't you hear me now? I don't know, it sounds like he's still yearning for that girl who I think is on that storyline now. I don't know. Will I see you tonight on the downtown train? Every night it's just the same. You leave me lonely now.
Yeah, but he's still referring to that fucking bitch who ruined his life by cheating on him.
Yep. I know your window and I know it's late. I know your stairs and your doorway. I walk down the street and past your gate. I stand by and watch at I stand by the light and at the four-way. You watch them as they fall. Oh baby, they all have heart attacks. They stay at the carnival and they'll never win you back. And then it repeats the chorus again. And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much on all of it, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Next is Bride of Rain Dog, and I think, yeah, that one's instrumental.
Yep. And like I said, for the first instrumental, it just sounds like Broadway music if you're walking around on Broadway or on the Times Square, man. You know?
And yeah, the title of the song Bride of Rain Dog kind of makes me think that the guy finally got his woman and he's happy, you know?
Yeah.
And then we have the final track, Anywhere I Lay My Head.
Yep. And I will say this, why did he sound like he was having a heart attack while he was singing it? And then when you get to the 2-minute mark, it almost actually sounds like a credit roll. Music that's being played during a credit scroll.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, because like the song ends like, or quote unquote would end at the 2-minute mark, but then there's more music that's being played. So it's almost like a credit scroll he just did inside the album. Even though you cannot visually see the credits, you could visually hear the credits.
All right, so it goes, my head is a spinning around, my heart is in my shoes. I went and set the Thames on fire. Now I must come back down. She's laughing in her sleeve, boys. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, here it says the narrator is describing his come down after a dizzying emotional high.
Okay.
And she's laughing in her sleeve, boys. I can feel it in my bones. It says some unknown woman is laughing at his misfortune. But anywhere, I'm gonna lay my head. I will call my home.
I'm gonna call
yeah. He's homeless, but wherever he can put his head is home to him, you know?
Yeah. No, reinforcing the theme of this album. Yeah.
Well, I see that the world is upside down, yeah. Seems that my pockets were filled up with gold. Now the clouds went and covered everything, and the wind is blowing cold. Well, I don't need anybody because I learned to be alone.
Yepper.
Yeah, that's it. I'd give this album like an 8.4 out of 10.
You're gonna hate me after I say this, dude, but honestly, dude, because the music overall was good, dude, but the lyrics or how his vocals sounded really fucking killed me, and it's because of that, dude, I cannot give it any higher than 6.
Maria, what are your thoughts on Brain Dogs by Tom Waits?
I have good thoughts.
She said she has good thoughts and gave me a thumbs up. What do you think, Maeve? Do you know Rain Dogs by Tom Waits?
I don't know Rain Dogs. I know Tom Waits. So.
I
love Tom Waits.
We've been
Rod.
to be quiet.
Yeah.
So I was telling Maeve like those are Tom Waits lyrics that you're reciting, and Maeve was like, minus the hacking and groaning and vocal fry.
Did you hear that?
It's because that I cannot give this album any higher than fucking 6.
Roger hates Tom Waits' vocals. He described it as RFK Jr. if he sang.
You're better off just you're better off just having RFK Jr. make a fucking tribute album instead. Anyway, let's fucking wrap this up, dude. Because I need a drink. Because I need more drinks after this podcast, dude. Obviously, my most favorite one would obviously be Time. I do like Time. It was probably the only golden nugget in this pile of dirt.
I loved every song on that album, honestly. And my favorite one was the title track, Rain Dogs.
Huh.
Now you know how I feel when you choose albums I don't like. Like Pet Sounds, for example.
Yeah. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in and dealing with us for this long. If you want to see more music-related content from me, be sure to subscribe to the Roger Radio Show now. And while you're at it, subscribe to my other channel, El Gallo Productions, for more content, and subscribe to the Intermission group as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and as always, until next time, ta-ta for now!
Peace.